Your life can get out of control when you don't have the right amount of something or you have too much of something. As an example, when you overeat, it kind of messes up your body, and afterwards you don't feel well. You don't really have control of your body. It's talking back to you that it's not well. I've struggled with obesity, so I saw that. And I've also been on the range of anorexia where I didn't have enough to the point like sometimes my neck would twitch. And so you could have too much of something and you can have too little of something. A balance is the key, but to find balance, you need some metrics, some data, and then some intuition. What are metrics? Metrics are specific numbers. As an example, I often say that with regards to square footage of housing, one person only needs 200 square feet. Good to see you, Aaron. And when I had 1,000 square foot condo, about 800 square feet of that was just waste. Even when I had my dog, it was still excess. Good to see you, one flying solo. And so, now I live in 10 square feet. And to be honest, it's probably not enough. Okay. And so I am in that season of finding balance. I think one of the questions I answered is, do I want to stay on wheels? Do I want to stay mobile as a nomad? Or do I want to have a home base and some static? Which would basically just be lifestyle difference. But there is the conclusion that I am, even though I can keep doing this, I can survive. I don't have enough, especially if there's an emergency, not enough space. But I certainly don't want too much space. But how do I figure that out? Well, one is metrics, specific numbers. I need about 200 square feet. I would say a single person can go up to 500 square feet, but more than that is unmanageable, not necessary. Okay. With regards, okay, to food, obviously there's a guideline of 2,000 calories per day. I probably eat closer to 3,500 to 4,000. So, everyone has a different body type and different intake. But like I said, I was at a point where I would probably only eat 800 calories a day. And I was probably also at a point where I ate 1,000 calories a day, 10,000 calories a day. So, calories but I studied, I remember when I was going through my health journey, how much added grams of sugar should a person have per day. And it was like no more than 38 grams of added sugar. And so now when I buy stuff, I am at least conscious of reading the food labels. Why? To let me know how much. Okay. And when I'm looking at houses now, I look at the square footage, not just the price. Why? To let me know how much space is manageable, how much it's going to be to cool, to maintain, to clean, and is it going to become overwhelming? Just like when you eat too much, it's overwhelming and you don't feel good. Same thing when you buy too much. It doesn't leave you with a good aftertaste. And, now again, I have too little as an extreme minimalist, but in my life, you need to get extreme. And I did get extreme to change my life. But I also got to a point where I balanced my life to sustain my life. How much do you need? Even now, where I've gained a level of financial independence, I cannot stop working. Because remember, guys, even when you have no debt and no mortgage, you always have bills. What are bills? Well, food, you always have to eat. Gas, if you're going to go anywhere other than just sit in one area. Okay, insurance, car insurance, cell phone bill, health insurance, and you want to save. So, you always need a few $1,000s a month coming in. Now, could you survive on $1,000 a month? Well, technically in America, data, the metrics, tell us that anyone who lives on $1,000 or less is in the poverty line. Okay, they're extremely low income. And the government subsidizes them with a house rentals. You can get on a list and pay only 30% of $1,000, around $300 a month for an apartment. You can get subsidy on food, EBT cards, and you'll get free healthcare, Medicaid. So in life, once you get to a point where you're not destitute and then you're working or however means you came up, you may have to always work, but when you're financially independent and you're living below your means, I ask myself, all right, well, how much is my time worth now? Because I could do a lot of things now with a certain amount of resume, a certain amount of certifications I work for, certain amount of experience, certain amount of knowledge, certain amount of willingness. And so I do pick and choose. Well, what do I want to do a little bit more? Okay. Because in the beginning of my career, I just did what I had to do. Always do what you have to do to get where you want to get. If you put off paying your dues, you will always be at the bottom, never work your way up. And so, I said to myself now, what do I want to do creatively, productively? There's still things that I have to do that I don't want to do. But overall, at this point in my life as a middle-aged man, I'm pretty happy with my work situation. I'm very happy with my work situation. I'm very happy with my health, thank God, and through hard work. And I'm happy with my geographical location. So for me at this point now, it's just adding a little bit more space and comfort. How much do you need? It depends where you're at and where you're trying to go. What scale are you on of whatever metric you're looking at? You have to look at the numbers. You could never go forward, get ahead, retire, or get out of destitution or get out of a situation if you don't know the numbers. You're just going off your gut instinct. Now, I respect intuition. When I go in a house, let's say I'm looking at a home base, I look at the square footage, I look at the community. If there's an HOA, I read the last 3 HOA meetings. I look at the financials. I visit the place morning, noon, and night. I look at the hospitals. I look at the school system. Why? Buying a house, huge financial investment. After I do all that data, all the metrics, I ask myself when I walk in the house, I ask in my head, how does it feel? I know right away, there's an intuition. Some place got bad energy, some got good, some got blah. How does it feel when I walk around the community? What's the energy? That's intuition. This tells you how much you need, the data, the metrics, and the intuition, the balance, respecting both, understanding both. This is how you get to a point, how much do you need? If you don't do that, you're going to go on a car lot. You're going to buy more than, you didn't really research the car. You didn't research the numbers. You didn't, understand your tuition. Understand your tuition, but don't let that get ahead of you. Same thing with RVs. I make an effort. I don't really want to do them, but I make an effort to do RV videos. Why? Because they're my number one viewing thing. So, I am conscious of that. So in everything in life you want to do, even something that you like to do like YouTube, you have to push yourself. Everything requires that. Okay. So sometimes I push myself to do RV reviews to go because I got to go to the car dealership. I got to deal with the salesman, and they're out of the way. RV dealerships are not always like right in their way. They're a little bit out of the way. And what I do is when I do RV videos, I get a lot of feedback because people are interested because they don't have the opportunity to go see them. That's why they're high viewing. And I'm always interested in the comments. There's a lot of excitement. Okay? And there's a lot of confusion about the numbers. How could that be? Where could I park it? I'm going to do a video this week about the average cost of a campground versus the average cost of rent. Because, people see the RV and they say, I could spend $500 a month buying that RV. My rent's $1,500 a month. But they don't calculate gas, campground fees, wear and tear on the vehicle, and the depreciation. They don't calculate all. It's a lifestyle difference more than a cost-effective thing. Same thing with living in your car if you were destitute. It's like, it's actually cheaper to have a subsidized apartment if you're very low income, stay static, and just take periodic trips. Now, you may not like that lifestyle as much, and that's something to consider. But statistically, the numbers are more towards, a static subsidized apartment. Now, the energy may not be what you want. And this is what you're trying to figure out. How much do you need? How much do you have? Where do you want to go? How do you want to get there? Never abandon wisdom. Never abandon wisdom. Certainly, though, be in tune with your intuition. What are we talking about? We're talking about how much do you need? Well, it can't just be a saying. It has to be this process that we're going through tonight. It has to be a calculation of numbers, metrics, and an understanding of who you are, how you feel about something, and where you're trying to go. I want to help you tonight. I want to help myself to determine how much you need. If you ate too much tonight, you have to remember that even this afternoon, I ate too much, and I feel it. So you always try to say, tomorrow I'll remember at lunch, instead of the shrimp and the chicken, don't have the shrimp. You know. Sean, good to see you, man. Love to you. I appreciate you coming in. Shout out to you, Sean. Sean, one flying solo. Aaron, we're in here, guys. I am the Charles Oakley of YouTube. I'll get the rebounds. I'll show up. This is Madison Square Garden. Okay. And what I could tell you guys, box out your opponent, which is people that are not doing what they need to do, and they're full of drama. Okay, you got to stay in a healthy place. Aaron, I tossed 14 33-gallon bags of crap today. That's awesome. She's referencing contractor grade trash bags. I recommend you go to Lowe's or Home Depot, not to buy anything there, but to get contractor 3 mil trash bags and throw out 90% of what you own. It is of my experience and understanding that 90% of what people own in a first world country is unused. They got too much. Even poor people have storage units, sometimes multiple. What does this tell us? Well, it's not just about economic scale, because even if poor people have storage unit, it's not just metrics, it's emotions. See, letting go of stuff is the hard part about learning what you need. I remember being in my walk-in closet in my 1,000-square-foot condo. I want you to always ask, what is the square footage? One person only needs 200 square feet. If you were married or if you were living with a parent and you had a child, that means you only need 600 square feet. 3 people equals 600 square feet. But I remember in my 1,000-square-foot condo, I was walking in my walk-in closet. I was getting in the downsize mode. And, you know, it's fun in the beginning because, you know, you got some stuff you just easy to throw out. But then you get to the hard stuff. The brand new clothes that have tags on them. And I put them in the trash bag like a fat person throwing out like the quarter of ice cream left in a carton. But then, like a fiend, I went back in a trash bag and I pulled those brand new clothes out. Because I said, I can't throw them away. I may need them. They're new. I spent money on them. You can't get a new life until you throw away your old life. You can't put new wine in old wine skins. I can't keep my car and get a Class B. You should never have 2 cars. Now, obviously, if you have the means and you want to do it, you can do it. But how much do you need? How much do you want? How much do you want to manage? How much do you want to take care of? How many cars do you want to register? How many cars do you want to insure? Oh, I want to talk to you tonight about how much do you need. Aaron, one flying solo, Sean, anyone else, leave a comment. It's Saturday. Not too many people show up on Saturday. Everyone's out partying. Especially now, you know, lockdown's over, at least in America and Germany and in Australia. They're having some issues with coronavirus still. But I want to tell you, show up like Charles Oakley without the alcoholic problem. Why? Because I believe that even if you don't win a championship, you're going to make a mark on the game. If you come to Madison Square Garden to play the Knicks in the 90s, they never won a championship, but you felt the energy there. You felt it was a tough game. And so in life, leave it all on the court, even if you don't win a championship. But leave your talents and your gifts on the court. Don't leave your stuff. If you die with a storage unit, you left a mark with your stuff. Someone has to clean up. But your talents and your gifts, they took a nap. 199 super chat. My man Dan Diamond was from Flagler Beach. Then he went traveling. Oh, I got a right back-to-back $5 Keith B. Melbourne, Naples, Indiana's gone. Keith, South Florida for the win. Dan Diamond back in Palm Coast, Florida. Northeast Florida's in the building. 60 days, no weed, self-care. Let's address Dan Diamond and Keith B. Number one, Dan Diamond, self-care is a job for the rest of your life. If you ever say to yourself you're bored, that means you're neglecting self-care. What is self-care? Wake up early, have a healthy breakfast, workout right there. That'll knock out 3 hours of your day. Then take a break, do something productive. Even if you're retired, you should do something productive. Okay? And if you're not retired, it's very easy. Do something to make money. Whether it's a main job, whether it's a side job, DoorDash, Uber, Instacart, whether it's a creative side hustle, YouTube influencer, whatever, cleaning houses, walking dogs, whatever. Now there's another couple hours out of your day. What do you do next? Take an afternoon walk. What do you do next? Don't take a nap, eat lunch, go for a workout. What do you do next? I'll tell you, if you're doing this, you're in the algorithm of productivity. A body in motion stays in motion. And before you know it, you filled your entire day, Dan. And idle time is the devil's playground. So when you don't have nothing to do and you're bored and you're not doing self-care, you're going to do drugs. You're going to call the wrong person. You're going to go back to your ex. Change your number, Dan, and focus on self-care the rest of your life. My man Keith B, let's do it. You are now coming to Florida. Tell me, brother. Give me the update, Keith. Thank you for that gracious super chat. Keith, when I sold my condo, I got rid of everything I didn't need. That's 90% of what you own. Keith, I love you. Please, if you want to share, I've been praying. I want to hear the update. Are you still in Indiana? Are you in Naples? Are you in Melbourne? Where are you, brother? I love you. No matter where you are, I'm proud of you. You took the steps. You seized the moment responsibly. You're going after what you want. One flying solo, Sam. I got rid of so much stuff, too. Can't fit it all in 700 square foot apartment. Even that apartment's too big. Anyway, didn't see why at first. But I know it's because you can't hold on to the past if you're constantly reminded of it. But you can't, one thing I tell you can't go forward if you have memories of the past surrounded you. You know, when my dog died, it was very hard to throw her stuff out. You know, after I left the veterinarians, and, she had passed away, I came back to the house, and there's all her dog toys around. There's all her stuff. Her room was painted and I'm looking, and it's just fucking horrible. But for me, the next day, I started throwing everything out. And I didn't get another dog because for me, I believe it's like, a marriage, a wife. If I lost my wife, I wouldn't get married again. That's how I feel about my dog. That's just me. But I also... I couldn't live waking up every day seeing her stuff. There's no way I go forward. I remember there was a guy in my community. He had lost his wife to cancer years ago, and he kept the house they lived in, but he was always in my community because he was dating some girl in my community. And I said to myself, "You have another house?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "When do you go there? I always see you here." He goes, "Well, I just have it. I don't do anything with it." I said, "What do you mean by that?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I just can't bring myself to sell it." Oh, Aaron, $14. The conservative accountant, wake him up and ask him how much should this RV cost that I could depreciate and mitigate my tax liability, Aaron? I'm joking, but I'm serious when I say I thank God for you and the social workers that care. But also realize I know you can only do so much. So I know there will be a season of life where you may no longer be in therapy or social work, and you'll focus on your own journey and your own, your children are growing up now. And so all I want to tell you, Aaron, is thank you for putting your hand to the plow. Thank you for your compassion, for your wisdom. Let go of that which you can't help or change and continue to focus on you. Your children and they're adults now as much as you can. I know you're always going to be a mother. My mom called me today, Aaron. I'm going to read your comment. My mom called me today. One of my siblings went to visit her. But, there was a miscommunication. She got very worried. And she called me very worried. So I listened. And I remembered to myself what my mom always told me, Sam, if you have kids, you always worry. And some For a mother and for some people, it's going to be more than others. Just like some people may handle a little bit more square footage than others, but everyone has limits. And I have empathy on a woman's or a mother or a parent, doesn't have to necessarily be a woman, a parent's heart. And, it's not easy. Aaron, no idea. Thank you again. No idea how to do a message, but it's a bucket of bag. It's a buck a bag. Because he threw out 14 bags. Thank you. Thank you for helping me. Well, Aaron, like I said, thank you for helping society. Thank you for helping your children. Thank you for helping me. It's a reciprocal relationship. I hope I give as well as not just receive. And I'm thankful. For all the positive people in here tonight. Thank you again, Dan Diamond. Thank you, Keith. We're going to read Keith's update. Thank you, Aaron. One Flan Solo's in here. Sean's in here. Let's go back to these live comments. If I miss a live comment, please type it again. Don't take it out of disrespect. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. Thank you, Aaron. Back to these live comments. One Flan Solo. The wife asked if I wanted to take... now, One Flying Solo just went through a divorce or is going through a divorce, just so you know. He goes, the wife asked if I wanted to take a big house plant to the new place today. Huh. Not trying to get the foot back in the door of your life. Let me read your comment. I started to say yes, but then I thought, if I take that plant, good. I'm going to be reminded of the past every time I see it. She tried to get her claws back in your life. Because she wants the divorce too, but she wants you to never forget her. Always have something in the house to remind you of her. You got to go forward. A divorce is you're dissolving, not holding on. Love her, respect her, but love yourself, respect yourself, build your new life. You can't put new wine in old wineskins. You can't keep your regular car and a Class B. You got too much, in my opinion. Even me, I love my Jeep. But I said to myself, Sam, if you get a Class B and if you stay on the road, I know I need a little bit more space because right now I have too little. I don't want too much. I don't want more than 400 square foot mobile home, but I don't know if I want to be static. So if I get a Class B, I'll get about 100 square feet. That's good. But I'm not going to be able to hold on to this Jeep and get that. I could. But what am I going to do? Have a storage unit for my car? Pay 2 insurances? Use one, use the other. Car's meant to be driven. See, you can't hold on to what you have and get something new. Not in a wise way. You can, but it's not wisdom. Never. Never abandon wisdom. 100 emoji, bomb emoji, fire emoji. If you agree that you should never abandon wisdom. Let's go to these live chats. Back to them. Thank you again, Aaron. Thank you, Dan Diamond. Thank you, my man, Keith. I truly appreciate that. Take a hydration break. You know what it is. Charles Oakley. I am the most consistent YouTuber by the grace of God and hard work. Show up, guys and girls. Don't focus on the numbers. I don't want to say don't focus on numbers because metrics matter a little bit. But what I want to tell you is consistency is the heart, the major artery of your life. That's what pumps the blood through the veins. And so you have no numbers if you have no heart, if you have no consistency. And so remember that. Okay, let's take a hydration break. Back to these live comments. Yeah, Keith, update. Here we go. Keith goes, I've been in Naples for a week. Praise thy Lord. Naples, Florida. Not Naples, Italy, because there's a Naples, Italy. Naples, Florida is in southwest Florida. One of the most elite, wealthy, gorgeous areas of Florida. I've done videos from there. Check out my playlist or just search Inspirational Nomad Naples. Let's see what Keith is doing in Naples. Probably mingling with the rich folk. I'm renting a camper from a man who owns 3 acres. Very smart move. This is how you live below your means in a nice area. It can be done. Good job. He goes, or you don't remember, to spend most of your time in Naples, you don't have to live in Naples. You can live within 30 miles. Remember, to live in Palm Beach, you don't have to live on Palm Beach. You can live, within a certain proximity. Obviously, research the area. You don't want to live in a crime-ridden area. But obviously, you don't have to live in the most expensive. You can use wisdom. Never abandon wisdom. Let's continue to read. He goes, it's a 1-year-old, and I love it. I tell you, that's wisdom. because I love small spaces. And for me, guys, even if I was a billionaire, obviously I would have to allocate some into real estate, but I don't want big properties. I mean, it's just something in my, like, it's not a goal. I want small, cozy, and manageable. Why? Because it's how much I can handle. And I don't need to, the money is, to me, money is to give you freedom, not to buy you stuff. I learned that through maturity. Obviously, you need to go through a season where you buy stuff. That's life. I've done that. I don't want to begrudge people, but then you want to mature. Now, let's go back to these live comments. Here we go, Keith. He goes, he's renting this 1-year-old camper van on 3 acres. The only thing I don't like, yeah, I agree with this. Here we go. I don't like is the shower. It's too small, no pressure. Excellent comment. I believe he says he's using the gym. I will totally agree with that statement, that whether in a Class B or a travel trailer, a motorhome or a travel trailer, even a big travel, the showers are not ideal. And the water heater and the water pressure is not a regular house. That's a fair point. That's how you either got to supplement that by going to the gym shower, going to the campground shower, or living in a community that was once a campground and turned into a condominium, and they have bathhouses. Some condominium communities have that. That's a good comment, Keith. Keith also says, and I use their shower at the gym. It's been an adjustment, but Sam, I'm loving it. Well, here's the good news about taking a shower at the gym. You never have to clean it. You never have to worry about the water heater going bad or you breaking it or whatever. You never have to worry about a leak. You never have to worry about the fixtures. You don't have to worry about anything other than taking a shower and enjoying your life. What's the negative? Well, you don't have your own private time. So, look, Planet Fitness is the cheapest, best national gym membership, but Anytime Fitness and other memberships like that, as long as you're in proximity of those are the best because they have private showers where you can close the door and you can take your time, etc. And it's worth, especially if you're going to be full-time on the road or you need that to spend that little extra. That's a pro tip. Sean, I've been doing in-person classes on substance abuse. Good. Using SMART recovery and CBT, cognitive behavior therapy. Seems pretty good so far. Well, one is information is good and a support group is good. Why? Because when you're struggling, you need both. You need information and support. Now, I never struggled with drugs, but I needed to change my surroundings and change my direction. So I got into a support group called the church to get information about spiritual well-being and to hang around people that were trying to go in a certain direction. So I didn't stay there. I stayed there for 10 years and then I left. So you may get into a therapy session and same thing. You stay there for a few years, you get information, you get support, and then you leave. A support group is like a hospital. You go there to get help, and then hopefully you can develop yourself and then go out, check out. So, but it's good that you're getting help if you need it because we all need help at times. Back to these live comments. Aaron, at Sean, CBT, now here's Aaron giving value. CBT is the most effective therapy. See, I don't know much about this. Aaron's breaking this down. I don't know this word, though. Monetary. There is, if you stay committed to it, you got to do the work. You can get all the information, but if you don't do the work, it doesn't matter. You can join Weight Watchers and get all the meal plans, but if you don't do the work, it doesn't matter. If you have too much to eat, you feel that you have too much. So now if you have too little, your neck shivers. I've been there, and you didn't have enough. You can have both. I've done both. And I'm glad I did both. And I'm glad I balanced it out. So this is good information. And she goes, so happy for you. Stick with it. Good job, Aaron, sharing your experience and giving encouragement. One flying solo. At Sean. I'm a huge believer in CBT also. So I guess he also knows. It has done a lot to help me. I have no information. Yeah, so he said also did a lot to help me identify negative thoughts and control anxiety. Okay. Yeah, I have no experience, but I appreciate you guys sharing this, Aaron. That's awesome, Solo. Yeah. Tony, hey, what's up, brother? Shout out to Maryland, one of the wealthiest states in America. Tony, how are you tonight? I'm flying solo. Exercise running, and don't neglect walking, because as you get older, running can beat up your knees. Let's continue to read. He goes, exercise, which I totally agree, is probably tied with CBT. When in doubt, go for a walk. And how much it has helped manage my stress and mental health. Someone left a comment on my channel the other day that they don't have to work out because they have good metabolism. They're always skinny. I said to myself, well, they don't care about their mental health. Because if you don't exercise, if you're just exercising just for your weight and not for your mental health, then you don't understand or you don't care about comprehensive health. And they probably have dookie health, mental health, yeah. Pat Go, what's up, Pat Go? Shout out to Pat Go walking around barefoot in the Upper Peninsula. Pat Go says, I need grass to roll in and sunshine and fresh air, milk and water. Well, come down to Florida. Well, South Florida is the warmest state in America in the winter. Never forget it. Aaron says, hey, Pat Go. Pat Go. Hey, Aaron. I also need a safe place to sleep at night. Well, that's a good point. That's why I have started to use campgrounds more. Now, for my 5 years on the road, I've stealth park. I want to say 90% of the time, 80, 90%, something like that. I had the 1,000 Trails Camping Pass, and I've also paid for private campgrounds. And at this season, now I'm doing more campgrounds. Why? I'm mitigating some risk, and I just don't want to worry too much. I'll still use some stealthing, truck stops, etc., but it's just where I feel I'm at. So it's a good thing. Like, how much do I need? I only need 200 square feet. That's max I would need space. I do need, to Pat's point, I do need a safe, legal place to park to take some of this pressure off. And in a good area. So now again, there's a lot of ways to cut that cat. I'm struggling with, do I want to stay on wheels or do I want to buy property? It's a give and a take. This is a good comment, Pat. Pat says, I'm not homeless, I'm free. Well, I understand that thought, and I'm not saying you're wrong. But technically, by the metrics in the United States of America, if you haven't owned a property in 6 months and you haven't had a rental agreement, if you haven't signed a lease in 6 months, you are technically considered homeless. Let me repeat that. If you haven't owned a property within the past 6 months and you haven't been on a lease agreement in the past 6 months, if you're an adult not living with someone else, you are technically homeless. Now, can you still enjoy your life? Of course, but you cannot lie. And I've done both. I've been homeless. I'm still homeless. And I've lived in a house. And what I can tell you is that, the house, most people who have a house have too much and it suffocates their life. However, most people who are nomads think they are freer than they are, and really they're just running to stay, away from the knock, and moving around like I am. But we are freer from some things, but we're not totally free. So living below your means and figuring out what lifestyle works for you is the best answer. But I understand your point, Pat. Go, Sean. One thing about RVs is I used to like is being kind of on your own castle. I agree with this. But a lot of the time you're in a campground or RV park, there's a lot of like HOA BS. It's true. Now, some state parks are awesome, but the RV parks and the campgrounds, not so much. So, that's a fair point. Now again, would I rather live in an RV or a housing project? An RV. But the thing with an RV is where you're going to park it. So, what I always think about, like with an RV, if I trade in a Jeep and I get the Class B, I have to structure scheduling where I'm going to park. Because I don't want to be just in a bigger, nicer vehicle, still parking at all-night gas stations to sleep or truck stops or gyms. To me, that's like, if you're going to invest into the nomadic life, if you're not destitute, and if you're destitute, I don't know why you'd be spending $100,000 or whatever on a Class B. Or everyone's different, guys. These are just my thoughts. You do what you want. But I want to share for me that how much you need is also part of a lifestyle. And this is where I understand why some people, even though they end up paying more for the nomadic lifestyle, they like it more. Because it is different than an apartment or a house. There's a different lifestyle to the nomadic life. And I don't think it's cheaper most of the time, but I do think it's a different lifestyle. And you may say to yourself, like I know Pat always says, you need to be outdoors or active or, You need to be more in nature than the average, than some people. So for you, how much nature do you need? And I understand that dynamic. Back to his live comments. If I miss a comment, please type it again. Tony, I'm great, Sam. Good. I got 3 hours of practice early, and I just relaxed today. Thumbs up to you. Awesome, Tony. Saxophone emoji. Sean, thanks, Aaron, and One Flying Solo. Aaron, I run like hell from HOAs, Sean. I see the value, but don't like the politics. I understand both dynamics. I owned a condo in an HOA, but I've looked at property that doesn't have an HOA, and it looks like a political pep rally where everyone's got political signs. There's cars parked on the lawn. So, yeah, you say you don't want an HOA. Well, guess what? Now you're going to know who your neighbor votes for, and they're going to have 3 cars parked on their lawn. So, there's a give and there's a take. The question you have to ask is, you may be the person, I'm not talking about you, Aaron, I'm saying in general, you may be the type of person where you are the person hanging the political flag, your dog's not on a leash, and you got a car parked front of your lawn. So you're saying, thumbs down, I hate HOAs, because you're the person I don't want to live next to. Yeah. So, I'm the type of person, if I buy property, I don't want to know who you vote for. I don't care. That's your, and I don't want, you to have a car that's rusty parked in your lawn. I go outside. That's what I see every day. Hell no. So I'd probably buy an HOA again. Why? Because that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Everyone's got to feel how they feel. This is good comments, guys. We're on fire. I'm Charles Oakley. This is Madison Square Garden. Who shows up like the power forward inspirational nomad? Who's grabbing rebounds? Who's blocking shots? Who's taking charges by the trolls? These other people are taking naps. They're taking days off. They give you videos about nothing. They're unwilling to go to a car dealership and do a video review. Unwilling to go to RV dealership. Unwilling to put in effort. They want to make a video about them. No one gives a fuck. We want to know about what can I buy? What can you teach me? What can you inspire me? I want to tell you tonight, I just grabbed a rebound. I snatched it right out of your hands because you came in here with cheese doodles on your hand, unfocused. Okay. And there's no way you're getting to your best life when you got cheese doodles all over your hands and your dog's running around with no leash. You got 2 cars on your lawn and you're still telling us who you voted for in 2020. It's almost 2022. I am the HOA president, and I make this decree tonight in the heart of the all-night gas station where you can smell diesel fumes because there's no HOA. I want to tell you that in life, you better get your Charles Oakley on. You better make it known when they come in the paint of your life that you're not bringing that bullshit over here. I want to tell you, we're 40 minutes into a Madison Square Garden prime time game. And there's some people, guys, they're in the concession stand. They're trying to buy a hot dog and popcorn. They make sure they get their alcohol and their pills when they watch me because they want a show. Okay. They want to see people sweat, and I'll give it to you. But I want you to know when you take that frozen vodka down your throat, I want you to know I see it. And I want you to know that if that's your best life, take another swig. If that's your worst life, throw that shit out. And if you don't like that, I don't know why you watch. Let's go back to these live comments. Let's take a hydration break, guys. Pat Riley just called a timeout. Okay, I gotta take a Gatorade break. Click that thumbs up, share the video. Shout out to Aaron, Keith, Dan Diamond. You know what it is, guys. We're running laps around these YouTubers, man. They're not keeping up. Someone on a replay, leave a comment on a video on a replay and time stamp, okay, that 2-minute rant. Because all the psychopaths who are too lazy to listen beyond 7 minutes, they need help. Okay. They need training wheels on their bicycle. Okay. Guide them to the section that will wake them out of their slumber. Back to these live comments. Sean, I read this. If I missed a comment, guys, please type it again. Aaron, she was like, she don't like HOAs. Tony, HOAs are a joke. Nobody's going to tell me what to do with my property. I love you, Tony. But that's the thing. No one's going to tell you. What if you want to have 3 cars on your property? No one can tell you. Am I mad at you? No, I love you, Tony. I respect you. But I'm just trying to say, for me, if I buy property, I don't want, Tony's got maybe 3 cars. Maybe they're not even running. No, I would be upset with that. But I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to tell you what to do. But I just want the HOA to tell everyone what to do. So we all together. But until then, I know, Matt. I understand, though, Tony. I love you. Aaron, the campground you showed us looks great. It's one of the best. I'm happy for you, Sam. Thank you, Aaron. You've been an encouragement. I respect your gift. I respect you. Aaron's laughing at Tony. I respect you both. Keith, the hardest part for me is leaving my mom. I understand that. But she gave me her blessing. You got to live your own life. God bless your mom. And she is excited, yes, for me. So that helped, yes. If your mom is good, like my mom, your mom, even though it's hard for them, like it's hard for you, they want to see you happy. They want to see you live your life. You're a grown adult. Go out there and kick ass. Go visit your mom when it's quality time and then go live your life again. Good job. I'm trying to live my best life. Damn it, Keith, you're doing it. You're in Naples making it happen. Tony, Aaron, I saw a news article about Montgomery County, the richest in Maryland, and HOA charged people money who weren't even in the HOA. Yeah, well, that's the type of shit I like. Yeah, because there had to be something more to it. It's like I can never make a decision without hearing both sides of the story. It's like a girl tells you about her ex. You're only hearing her side of the story. So when you read an article, you hear someone talk about HOAs, you're only hearing their side of the story. Any fair person has to listen to both sides of the story. There's a scripture that says the plaintiff sounds right until you hear the defendant. You have to hear both sides of the story if you believe in fairness. Not just the cop, not just the plaintiff, both. And then you render a just decision in the name of Jesus or Elon Musk, whatever you believe in. Pago, I'm homeless and I'm free. Oh, houseless. I understand that. I love you, Pat. Aaron, wow, Tony. Cartoon Mark, fire emoji, brother. Cartoon Mark's doing a character drawing for a very rich person in upstate New York. Okay. He's out there living his best life. I love you, Mark. My man, Hal, all the way from Brooklyn. Brooklyn's in the house. $2 super chat. I want to see you happy, even if it's not with me. I want to tell you guys, Mace and Betha's in the building. Shout out to Harlem. Shout out to 145 in Lenox. I want to tell you tonight, okay, that if you've ever been to Harlem, and if you've ever experienced Mace, Cameron, and if you've ever been in puppy love in the early 90s, and you said to yourself during a breakup that I want to see you happy even if it's not with me, you understand Mace and Betha. Mace, I read his book, when he went and turned his life to the Lord a little bit, and it helped me. And I love Mace. Look, I'm not saying I agree with him on everything, but I would say this. 1 is how I love you. 2 is never go back to your ex. Why? You broke up with them for a reason. Number 3 is you can't get a new relationship if you hold on to your old relationship. You got to delete text. You got to change your number. How much do you need? How many relationships do you need? How many pictures are you going to send to men to see their reaction? If you chase attention, you abandon wisdom. Now you should get attention and you should be loved. You should be encouraged. That's a blessing from the Lord. but you shouldn't seek it as validation. That's the deception from the devil. You should learn to live a healthy life by yourself. And if you connect with another person living a healthy life by themselves and you are both in agreement, it's a blessing from the Lord. It's cherry on the top. But if you're the type of person where you don't want to eat dinner, you just want to go to dessert, oh, you're going to have a lot more than you need. A lot more baggage. Bag lady. Someone play Erykah Badu, Bag Lady. Because you're a bag lady. You got a lot of stuff, carrying a lot of stuff in this world. How I love you. Let's go back to some comments. Tony. Yeah, Aaron. They got sued and now they had to pay the money back. Money back. Sean. Full-time boaters and full-time RVers can declare their boat or vehicle as their home and use the boat registration or vehicle license registration as their address on their driver's license. Well, a couple things. One is, yes, you can make your RV your full-time home. I believe technically by IRS code, it has to have a bathroom, shower, and kitchen. The other thing is you don't get a registration without an address. So either you have to have a domicile address. There's RV groups such as, what's that group in Texas? Forgot that group. There's a couple RV groups that provide addresses. But you don't get when you get a registration, you have to give an address. So you have to get an address before you can register your RV. And either you're going to have like a domicile address, which is from some type of mailing service, or you're going to claim to live with someone else, or you're going to buy a piece of property, or you're going to be in some type of rental agreement with the RV park. So that'll clarify that a little bit. Sean, in Florida anyway, I had a license plate on my Class B as my address on my driver's license. That's impossible. Your license plate number would not be your address because everything from I've seen, because I went through this process, you have to give an address, not a license plate, even with an RV. But that's my experience. I don't want to accuse you of being 100% wrong. This is my experience. Aaron, laughing. Hell no political anything in my yard. Well, if you're not an HOA, how you going to stop them? I live near all Trump people. Well, welcome to no HOA. They would all egg my house. Yeah, you are right. Yeah, they're in a pep rally, guys, from 2 years ago. It's not even anymore. And now they got "Let's Go Brandon" signs, guys. It's a disaster. They're never gonna stop. Never thought of that. Yeah, I thought of it because I looked in homes that had no HOA, and that's all you see, guys. Their house old as shit, but they got a brand new "Let's Go Brandon" sign. Yeah, you know what their priorities are. They ain't gonna fix their roof, but they're gonna buy a brand new flag that says "Let's Go Brandon." Yeah, I'll take the HOA for the win. Alex Trebek, where's Cartoon Mark? I'll take a HOA for the win, Alex. Thank you very much. Back go, Cartoon Mark. I want to see you fully submerged, yeah, in Atlantic Ocean at Boca Raton, even though Boca Raton's congested and overpriced. I want to tell you, like Mace said, I want to see you happy, even if it's not with me. I want to see Cartoon Mark in Boca, even if it's not for me. Why? Because I believe that Cartoon Mark is meant to be drawing characters in Boca Raton, charging over the standard $19. Why? Because in Boca Raton, they got a lot of disposable income. I did videos from Boca Raton. Research Inspirational Nomad Boca Raton. I did one from the Publix there. It was crazy. So I love you. Back to his live comments. Let's do it. Hal, thank you again, Hal. He goes, self-care is the way to go. 100 emoji. The old me would have stayed home. Yep, in thoughts and sadness. You have to pull yourself out of depression. And if you don't know what to do, wear clothing, bundle up and go outside and walk in the cold. Or if you're in Florida, get your flip-flops on and go outside and walk. Never forget it. Just came home from a run. I tried to donate on that website, but I searched Hal. Your picture didn't come up. He's running like a virtual marathon. Had to clear my mind. Listen to music and go for a walk till your phone battery dies. 100 emoji. Working on me each day. Self-care, keep you busy the rest of the day, even if you're retired, even if you can't work or don't want to work. Self-care for the win. Good job. Hell yeah! Grabbing rebounds all day. Charles Oakley style in here. I'm dunking on the competition. The person in the mirror is your competition. In the 90s, it was John Starks versus Michael Jordan. In 2021, going into 2022, it is you versus yourself. Because everyone in the league is soft. They're throwing up threes. They're trying to go viral. They're trying to, be part of the Great Resignation, and they never did any work. Guys, I know people talking about some, oh yeah, I'm part of the Great Resignation. They never worked. Get out of here, man. You never put no damn work, man. So what I want to tell you is this, man. I snatched a rebound right from your cheese dual hands, man. Cartoon Mark. Hey, Pat, go in there. One fly solo. Sam. I think one of your members said they ran a half marathon today. Wanted to wish them the very best. I appreciate those words of encouragement. Hope you had a great... We got encouragement going tonight. He goes, Philly marathon bright early tomorrow morning. Let's go, one fly solo. Your new life is on the horizon. Never accept a plant from your ex-wife. Don't let her put her spirit in your new house. Never accept your husband coming to the Christmas party, even if you want to show off your new boyfriend. Why? It's time for a new wig in your new life. If you believe that Creflo Dollar has given you this message, I'll just play. Don't get upset. Let's take about it. Tony, Aaron, laughing. I hear that Only Son Is My Yard is about saving music program at the school here town. They cut arts for more money for football. It's ridiculous. Kids need art and music. I agree. I agree in all arts, culinary arts, food, musical, art, etc. I agree with that. Well balanced. Aaron, hey, Cartoon Mark. How? I will make, 100 grand by the age of 41. It's now in the air. Well, I want to tell you this. You don't make 100 grand without showing up to a job that pays 50 grand, 40 grand, 30 grand. Again, guys, and you don't retire from a job that pays 100 grand until you work that job for 10 years. You got to be consistent. If you are not grabbing rebounds in your life like Charles Oakley, and you're over there taking three-pointers like Steph Curry, and you ain't shooting nothing like Steph Curry, I want to tell you, you're part of the great, you're part of the great lazy motherfuckers. That's just lazy. Not you, Hal. You're going to do it. And I can't wait to see the day when you walk in the supermarket and you just skip around. You put anything you want in your cart and you don't even look at the tag. And just, all right, I'll get this. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my God, Joe Biden's in the building. Jack Burris, Build Back Better. $4.99 HOA caption of YouTube. HOA protect your investment. You know what it is. I want to tell you right now, imagine you bought an $800,000 house and someone moved next to you and they put a sign up said, let's go Brandon. And you put a sign up said, Build Back Better. And then both of your dogs are outside. One's got a leash, one's got no leash. There's no peace. I want to tell you, if you can't go home and find peace, you're going to end up in an all-night gas station where people park next to you because there's no HOA in the all-night gas station. I tell you that. All right, let's take pause tonight, guys. I'm going to have to be on the move very soon. Where are we at? Thank you again, Jack, brother. I love you. All my heart. Oh, my God, Jesse, my first ever member's in the building, guys. Everything's going crazy, guys. We're in an all-night gas station. A lot going on. All right, let's stay positive. Aaron Hiccup tomorrow. How? Oh, yeah. Chris Diamond, damn it, brother. Shout out to everyone living in their Class B. I'm still thinking about the Class B. Chris, tell me what you think, brother. Love that Class B, brother. I do love Class Bs, too. And I love the RV lifestyle. I could see myself living in an RV forever. The only question I ask myself is, do I want to buy an RV lot or do I want to just buy the RV and stay in the campground circuit? That's my only question. Now, I would consider a small mobile home, but I don't want a single family home. I don't want a condo. Chris B, shout out to you, your girl, your Class B, and everyone out there, brother. I love you and I appreciate all your support. Aaron, at Tony, my son says, be kind. Well, I like that, son. That's a good kind. They said that in Starbucks. Laughing. So I could be sure, live with your sign. I love music. No, that's good. I thank God for people like Aaron that do care about kindness. Like I always tell you guys, compassion is greater than wisdom. And sometimes I even remind myself, now look, I'm not going to be an enabler. I ain't lying about that. But I remind myself, Sam, pull back a little bit. Got to be compassionate. I try. Sean, I want a house where it's legal to have a garden in my front yard. You sound like no HOA for you. And skateboard ramp. Yeah, sounds like congenitive therapy and no HOA for you. I want to tell you right now, Alex Trebek, where's Cartoon Mark? I want to take an HOA for the win, motherfucker. HOA. Just not too high. I love you, Sean. How I thank you, brother. I want to see you happy, even if it's not with me. Mason bet that. How? That line's hard, so good. I used to one. Yep. Tony, Mace used to go hard. Did he? Diddy did screw him. I'm not going to say nothing there, but I want to tell you that, look, the 90s was bad boy. That's true. Hal, I said that to many females. Hal, me and you on the same page. I love you. Pago, Sean, check out homes in Michigan. Oh, my God. Illinois or Indiana. Oh, my God. And Ohio and Kansas. Well, it sounds like land of destitute. They all allow gardens in your front yard. Yeah, I think there's a reason. Not Naples. They allow that shit in Naples. And skateboard ramp, yeah. Hey guys, you have a bonfire in your backyard, man. Welcome to Indiana. Nah, I'll take Naples for the win. I love you guys. How bag lady, you're gonna miss your bus. Yeah, I don't know all the words, but damn it, Hal, you get it. Tony, Pat, damn, I can't get that, but I've got a brick barbecue in mine. Well, I do like the smell of that. Sean, they got down here in Florida. They got like these big outdoor, like barbecue round grills. They smell delicious, but I don't eat that stuff anymore, but they smell delicious. Sean, reminds me of my ex-wife wanted to throw away my pics of ex-girlfriends. I get not ever contacting ever, but I kind of draw the line in deleting pics. Well, look, if it's your ex, it should be a delete. If it's your current, it shouldn't. Why? Because, guys, you shouldn't be remembering the past, but teach their own. Tony, in my state, you can use a P.O. box as an address. I did that when I was homeless. Thank you for sharing. To get my car registered back in the day. Thank you, Tony, for sharing. Love to you, brother. Remember, guys and girls, each state is different. Check with your local jurisdiction. Sean. Yeah, I used I'm not saying this right, St. Bernard's Isle mailing service. Okay, that makes sense. For boaters. All right, that makes sense. And RVs, so you had a mailing service give you an address. That makes sense. In Green Cove Springs, Jacksonville area. Okay. They did have another address at a dock RV place that I used to register to vote. That makes sense. Good comment, Sean. Thank you for the clarification. Oh, my God. $5, Doug. He's about to change his life. He's in an apartment. He wants to know more about RVs. I'm going to do the average cost of RVing this week. My man, Doug, all positivity to you. Build back your life better. What's up, brother? Tomorrow's hydration break. Starbucks is king. I want to tell you right now. May the dividends of Starbucks come upon you. Like May said, may you be happy even if it's not with me. May my conservative accountant know that our virtual annual meeting is almost up. And may everyone out there, may I affect in a positive, healthy way the algorithm of your life. Not to change you, not to manipulate you, but to inspire you for you to do self-care, to live below your means, to ask how much you need, to take the promotion, to take the extra income. To get rid of your ex, delete all pictures, and push forward. Whether it's an RV, house, what amount you need, whatever it is for you, I want to say, Doug, thank you, brother. Thank you, everyone. Been very gracious tonight. Aaron, Dan, Diamond, Keith, Hal. Oh, my God. I want to tell you guys and girls, Jack Burris, I see you, Jack. I appreciate you. I'm thankful for you. I have to slow myself down So I visualize myself on the other side of YouTube because I'm there. I go on other live chats, I do other things. And I want you to know I've been where you're at. We all have our own journey. And I want you to know I'm taking serious where we're at tonight, the game of life. I take it serious on this channel, what I'm sharing. Because I'm not just checking in the game to check for an extra pension credit. I lived that life. I live below my means. So now any game I check into, I want to be there. I want to be sweating there. I want to be putting in work there. Because if I don't want to be somewhere, that's the whole reason I live below my means, so I can change shit. I don't have to be there. I have to do that. So I want to tell you, as I'm in the fourth quarter of this live feed, over an hour, I show up every day as game time on the channel. And I'm sweating. I feel good about coming off the court tonight. And I want to tell you, oh my God, $2 super chat early rising. No HOA equals cars on the front yard. Shirts drying on them. I tell you, there's mannequins. There's everything on there. Guys, no HOA is pretty much, it's like BLM land. It's like a Bureau of Land Management, guys, without the management. It's just like, do anything you want. Yeah, I want to tell you guys, nah, you don't want that life. I don't want that life. So I want to tell you tonight, someone call the HOA president and tell them that someone parked their junky ass car on their lawn. And when I go outside in my robe, I worked my entire life to look at coconut trees, not a Toyota Corolla that's got a donut on it. If you walk out your house and your neighbor's got a Toyota Corolla with a donut on it, and the car is over 20 years old, doesn't even have a registration, you're welcome to the land of no HOA. Because that's the type of shit you're going to see. I want to see coconut trees, bikinis. People that say, you know what, I don't like to pay a little extra for the HOA, but I don't want to see no damn Toyota Corolla that got a donut on it. Life is not easy. It's full of choices. And I understand you don't want to deal with either. You become a nomad. I'm living that life. I've done it for 5 years. And, it's got its negatives and its pros too. Everything's got a give and a take. Let's go back to these live comments. Hopefully I get to them all. You know what it is. What's gas right now in South Florida, depending on which section you're at? It's more expensive in Boca. About $3.35 a gallon for regular. Let's go back to these live comments. Hopefully I don't miss any here. Oh yeah, Paco, here we go. When I owned a house, my backyard had a tunnel that went to China. Well, there definitely ain't no HOA there. Aaron, there is a ranch near me that painted Trump 2024 on their roof. That's commitment. You got to remember, guys, that type of mind, guys, you ain't going to change their mind. They're committed. Tony, laughing. You dug the China Pat's with no feet, no shoes either, barefoot. Sean, I'd send a pic of my driver's license, but not going to share the plate. That's right. Protect your personal data. Good job, Sean. Doug. Thank you again, Doug. Doug, I have a 2017 Camry. Thank God you don't have a Corolla with a donut. Can't really lay down and sleep in it. Thinking about trading it in for an all-wheel drive hybrid SUV some type. Do what you want, it's your money, but I would say no. Why? You can sleep in it. Put your back seats down or get rid of your back seats. And I have a smaller car, Jeep Renegade. Okay. And all you need to do is put your front seat all the way forward. Put your back seats down. If your back seats don't go down, consider maybe just taking them out. Put some type of plank. Put a mattress topper, some quilts, you're good. Now, if you don't want to do that and you want to get a different car, and if it's below your means, I'm not mad at you. But I found that most people will not live the nomadic life for more than a year. So I don't want you to go investing too much money before you live this life. Not because I want to control you, but because I want you to get the most out of your life without extending yourself financially and then you're controlled by the bag. I want you not to be pussy whipped, but to whip the pussy. I don't want you to be obsessed with the dick. I want you to be able to pay for your own Dairy Queen. I want you guys, girls, and transgenders to live life on your terms. And when you buy a vehicle because you think it's going to change the essence of the nomadic life, you're lying to yourself. The first lesson I learned as a nomad was, as long as you at least have a 4-door car, you can live in it. Okay. Now, again, if you have the money and you want to upgrade, I'm not mad at anyone. You spend the money how you want. And after 5 years, I'm considering something. But it's after 5 years. And it's helped me get ahead and discipline myself. Now, again, to each their own. This is my opinion. Good job, Doug. Eric. Howdy. Eric, I want to tell you tonight. Howdy doody and all positive vibes to you, Eric. You're in the building. You don't come in often. Love to you and your family. Respect and love. You know what it is, Eric. Tony. Sam. The NBA is so damn soft, guys. You know what it is? Larry Bird would send them modern players home crying to their mothers. I want to tell you guys, the days of Larry Bird, Bill Laimbeer, Rick Mahorn, Robert Parrish, Charles Barkley with the Sixers, those days are gone. Now, I think they're gone for a good thing. I mean, maybe it was too rough then. Because I thought the Pistons were too underhanded. I did. The Pistons in the 80s. So, I don't want to be one of these people that think that to be a man or to play a good game, you have to be so rough. I don't believe it. But I'm trying to make the point that I want people to put effort into something in their life to get something good out of it. And I feel like a lot of people, you don't have to take an elbow or give an elbow, but you're not going to just wake up and start shooting threes. And, there may be some exceptions in life, but even Steph Curry is an exception. Most people, again, like guys, they struggle making a DoorDash delivery, and now they're telling me they're going to be a real estate mogul. It's like, I'm not saying you can't change and that everything is for everyone, but I never really saw you put effort into one thing. And so how you think you're going to go into another thing without, it's like, it's a level of delusion. Cartoon Mark, 28K around the corner. I want to tell you, 30K around the corner, 100K in the future. But if we never get there, if we end up like the Knicks in the 90s and we never win a championship because of Pat Ewing didn't finish strong, but they're going to know that they played in the Garden. They're going to know that they played against Anthony Mason, Charles Oakley, and they're going to know we left an impact on the game. And I'll get my bag somewhere else. That's the true number of this channel. Never forget it. Thank you, Cartoon Mark. How? At Flying Solo. I ran the Rocky Run Half-Thon in Philly last week. Shout out to you. Had a great run tomorrow, and remember, we are not competing. Yes, we are completing. You got this. Self-care, self-improvement for the win. Good job, Hal. Jack, thank you again, brother. You know what it is. Shout out to everyone with home equity. Jesse, my first ever member. What's up, Jesse? Sam, I can't pull the trigger on any house. When in doubt, don't buy. At this point, I will even pay you to pull the trigger for me. I have empathy on what you feel. And I want to tell you, if you can't pull the trigger, you're doing the right thing. Why? When in doubt, don't buy. When you pull the trigger prematurely, you may end up in court because that means you don't have a clear case. So what I would tell you is 6 months from now, you're going to be thanking me that you didn't pull the trigger. Why? Because if you don't have a peace about it now, you ain't going to have a peace about it 6 months from now. And for all my guys out there, when in doubt, pull out. Because if you cream pie now, you're going to be begging 6 months from now that you would have pulled out. That's right. Click that thumbs down if you want people to prematurely have babies. Yeah, click that thumbs down. I want to tell you tonight, I believe in vasectomy, pulling out, and mutual consensual sex. where you splash sperm and coochie juice everywhere. You say, come for me, baby. Splash it out. Let it go everywhere. Yeah. Because if that offends you, you're the type of person that you don't want an HOA. You can hang a flag, you can park a car, but if someone says a girl squirting or pull out, you're anti-abortion, but you're anti-HOA. You want to be able to do whatever you want, however you want, but no one else can do what they want. I want to tell you, I never want to live next to you, because I want to live in a land where there's free porn, but there's some community rules. Okay? Because, guys, I want to tell you tonight, let's stay positive. Yeah, good job, Jesse. Doug. Worked up a sweat. Good. You're Charles Oakley of where you're at. You know what it is. Damn it, my man. King Darius 720 777. Oh, my God. Like Ghostface said, the 777s broke the slot machines down in Queens. Oh, my God. I want to tell you, King Darius, you know what it is, man. Okay? Thank you, brother, for the 3 sevens, man. Thank you for allowing our mothers to take a nap. But thank you for grown adults saying, I'm going to do what I need to do for me. King Darius, I love you. Shout out, guys. We're at $42.75. And I want to tell you tonight, Charles Oakley pulled down another rebound. Okay? And we're going for a fast break. And we're going to finish strong. Samuel has anointed the king. I want to tell you, I'm just a sinner watching Latina mom step porn. And what I can tell you is, even Jesus' best friend was a prostitute. And that means she got paid to fuck. And King Saul, who turned into Dave, he had a husband killed so he could fuck his wife. So if curse words and sex offend you, don't read the Bible. But if the grace of God and the anointing of Charles Oakley, if that inspires you, click that thumbs up, share the video, and damn it, shout out to my conservative accountant. I love you too, man. I appreciate you saying, yeah, well, we're not going to Miami, but we'll be close, man. And your dream girl, well, guys, let's stay positive tonight, guys. Let's stay positive. All right, guys, we're going strong, man. Fast break. We almost got ahead of the fast break. Let's stay positive. Slow to, John Starks, man, pull. Let's run the half court. Let's run the half court. Yeah, hold on, man. Let's run the half court game, guys. Let's not get excited. Pat, let's stay positive tonight. All right. Doug, yeah, worked up a sweat walking aisles of Safeway. Damn it, I love that. Not exactly a walk on the beach. I did that when I was living in New Jersey in the winter. That's what I was doing. I was walking around Walmart, Lowe's, everything. So look at all these bastards going to Home Depot in the winter. Oh my God, Darius 888. That's the, damn it. I want to tell you right now, guys, that's the number of new beginnings. That's the number, okay, that is gratitude. Thank you, everyone who has given me a super chat tonight. Thank you, every member. Thank you, Darius. Thank you, everyone watching in the background for free. You know what it is. Shout out to the Dollar Tree. I want to tell you tonight, man, build back better. Build your life back better. Invest in the infrastructure of your life. You don't need a new car to live in a car. You need to sell and get rid of. You need to stay in your car, stack your money, take care of your health. And when you buy a fucking 100,000 Class B, it's still below your means. And if you can't say that, then stay where you are and work on yourself and work on your bag, man. Pull down a rebound instead of shooting up a 3. You trying to get a new vehicle, you need to pull down a rebound instead of shooting a 3. Oh, damn, Jesus, in the place tonight. Guys, I'm working up. Chris, my man Chris Diamond. Just rent a lot, he's saying to me. Then, if you get tired of the area, you're not stuck with it. It's a fair point. I'm thinking about it, but I visited around Florida so much for the past 5 years. But I will say, yeah, as long as my mom's still alive, I know at least for 2 months or so, I may go up to New Jersey. So it's something I'm considering, brother. Good comment. I love you, Chris. Pat, are you in Florida, Doug? One flying solo. How? Congrats. And thanks so much for the advice and encouragement. I agree. My man, Chris Diamond. If you ever want to, I appreciate you're very positive. If you ever want to come to Ocala, I love you, brother. I will get you a couple of free nights at the RV resort. Chris, I got nothing but love and respect for you, brother. You've been very kind to me. You've been very gracious. I want nothing but the best for you. I can't wait till you come to Sebastian. I love you, brother, and I thank you for that gracious offer. My man, Doug, I appreciate that. Doug, Aaron, Dan Diamond, Hal, Early Riser, Jack Burse, Keith, everyone, thank you. You guys have been gracious. Chris, Ocala North RV Resort. Check it out. I'll check it out. I'll check it out on YouTube. Okay. That's where you at right currently. All right. I'll check that out. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Early Rise. Yeah. I read that right. Early Rise. I appreciate it. You get it, man. But shout out to everyone. Everyone's got a different way to live life. Doug, that's the truth. Early Risers. Shout 100. Aaron, laughing. I see all points about HOA, but I'm with Tony. Fair point. There's points on both sides on this one. I pay too much in taxes to be told how to live. Well, just remember, when you don't pay for an HOA, you have to pay for landscaping, or you got to pay with your time, a lawnmower, gas, and you got to maintain your roof, your siding, and everything. Oh, my God. Music, love, revenue. I don't know if that's revenue, but that's revenue to me. 11. Guys, these numbers are going crazy. Just because, thank you, showing gratitude for wisdom and realness. Someone get Pat Riley on the fucking phone, man, because we're going into overtime. Shout out to you, music, love, revenue. I want to tell you, all 11s across the board, man. We broke the scoreboard tonight, guys and girls. We're giving them a show. Okay, we're giving them a show in Madison Square Garden tonight. There's no other YouTuber who's as consistent by the grace of God and through hard work. There's no other YouTuber that can but didn't buy a car in 5 years. There's no other YouTuber that is as engaged, intense as the one you're watching now. And Pat Riley just called every lazy sloth off the court. And he told them to take their ass and sit down. Because they were talking about the afterlife. They were talking about why they didn't make a video. They were talking about what they were going to buy. And Pat Riley said, sit your ass down. Don't you ever throw up a 3 again. We need you to pull down a rebound. I want to tell you tonight, okay, in Madison Square Garden, you are witnessing, okay, a legendary game. Okay, and I thank you for it. I'll do a fucking versus with Bob Wells. Let's do it. Aaron. Property taxes. Well, don't forget, when you don't have HOA, you're paying for everything else. But you're right, Tony. The Pistons back in the 80s, they were underhanded. We're trying to kill people. I agree with that. Very vicious. Darius, thank you again, brother. Appreciate that, man. I love you. You've been very kind as well. I love you, brother. Thank you for the encouragement about shopping. Thank you for all the love, man. I understand what you're saying, too. I appreciate what you're saying, man. I get you, and I love you, Darius. Darius, God bless you, brother. Sincere love, man. Aaron, shout out to the Dollar Tree. I love everyone at the Dollar Tree, man. I got some good-looking girls that shop at the Dollar Tree. I shop at Dollar Tree once in a while, and they got YouTube channels. I love them. Guys, there's no disrespect. I just got to be who I am. I love you. Doug, Pat Go, I'm in Oregon. Music lover, thank you again. All 11s across the board. I appreciate that. Thank you. Rod Share showing 90% delivery acceptance rating in the house, I hope. Accept 90% of deliveries if you're a DoorDash or Uber Instacart. 11, yes. I know some people, they got 11% acceptance rating. You know what they get from DoorDash? Less than a couple $100 a month. It's a disgrace. But I love them too. Jessie O, the strip club is lit. I want to tell you, Jessie O, my first ever member, she made history in the Madison Square Garden. I want to thank each and every one of you. Thank you. I hope my videos help you in some way. Inform you, motivate you, inspire you, teach you. Ultimately, do whatever you want. It's your life. Sean finishing up strong as we walk off the court. Making it rain, Sean. Charles Barkley's walking to the tunnel to go take a shower. And you just threw a $5 bill. And he looked up at you. He looked up at you. Right before he got in the tunnel, he said, Sean, thank you, brother. I'll see you in Game 7. Game 7 of your life starts tomorrow. You remember that at 2 p.m. when you're ready to take a nap. You remember that you're in Game 7 of your life. And if you treat it like another day, Pat Riley's going to pull your ass out of the game and put someone like me in it that's willing to pull down the rebound. If you remember that, I've changed the algorithm of your life. If you forget that after 5 minutes this video ends, You'll be back in here tomorrow just as delusional. And I'll be back here serving a box out on your ass. I'll box you out with my wide ass. You ain't getting that rebound. And that's the message tonight. God bless.